So the issue is mainly that when it rains, we know that water's coming in through the sunroof.
Okay. And why is that for?
Because we can see it dripping.
Oh, okay.
Dripping. So heavy rain, whether the car's moving or stationary, we see the rain's coming in inside from the roof. And then afterwards, the footwell here is usually very soaked and damp.
That's right.
You know,
and there's a pipe that runs all the way down there.
Exactly, yeah. And it could be getting in the panel because we've noticed that when...
is it all wet up here as well on the headline?
No, we don't really feel any wetness, but what does happen is that the heating basically goes in the blink. So when it rains and there's water coming in, we don't get heating and we don't get AC.
Oh, okay.
So something's going on. It could be electrics, it could be something. Yeah. But there is definitely water coming in, and it's definitely coming from up here. It could be other places, and we get a damp carpet. Now,
how did it start?
The car was serviced. Well, the car hasn't been used a lot in the last year, so we don't really know because no one really noticed it. But we did get it. We did get it serviced recently, and it seems to be less, but it's still definitely dripping when it rains up there.
That's all right.
So that's definitely where it starts from. And it might be other places, frankly, you know, where it's coming in. But definitely water coming from there, and we get the wet carpets in the footwell.
Is it just the driver's side that's wet?
It's the driver's side mainly wet. It could be the passenger side, but definitely the driver's side is wet.
Okay.
When it comes. Actually, somebody said the door.
What, the door card?
No. For the driver's side, the door, the electric windows control. Sometimes they don't work. For the back windows.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So
yeah, I get you. No, that's all right. That's all right. I mean, we go for all that checks, don't worry. But I mean, and nothing in the boot either. All your brake lights working and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
It's okay. So whatever's happening on the front.
That's all right. Yeah. So a client of ours bought in a Lexus LX hybrid. Complains about water's actually coming through the headliner here and making its way into the footwell. If we grab our diagnostic meter here, so you can see that's soaked. That's pretty wet down there. That's soaked there. We make our way into the back footwell just to make sure it hasn't spread anywhere. Take a little look under here. Obviously having water under the underlay isn't particularly good just because it tends to go unnoticed. This back one seems to be dry, so you can see there, this back one's dry. It tends to go unnoticed, and then after a while you tend to get a build up of mould and mildew, and obviously mould and mildew isn't good for anyone. Obviously if you've got water appearing on the surface of the carpet, so you can actually see it coming up, that's when you want to get rid of it as soon as possible, just because it will oxidise at a much quicker rate, because obviously it's in contact with the air. So the water tends to oxidise at a much quicker rate. So yeah, you can see these back ones are fairly dry. So at the moment it's just that front driver's that's wet, which is understandable. You can see under here we've already got the carpet up, in fact, just to check. You can see it's a little bit damp, but not too bad. You can see on there it's showing up to be moderately damp. So that's the water under the carpets. So it's mainly just these front footwells, which is understandable. If I show you what we've found, I'll start with the front of the vehicle first. Scuttle area is good in this one, windscreen's good also, which is good. Door membrane's good because you can see they're designed to actually let the water come out the bottom of the door, which is a fantastic design. If you come to the top of this here, so what's happening is, I mean it's gone now, but what was happening was, if I get some water, I'll actually show you. If I pour some water into this drainage cup here, you can see you're getting a build up. I don't know if you can see the reflection there, but you can see it under there. So this sunroof pipe's blocked here, and what's happening is it's building up along this line here, and that's what's making it come out down here. As you can see, there's all sorts of water along here. With the right side, it's not as blocked, but it is still, it's protruding slowly through the pipe. With the back ones, this back one also, this back one's blocked, it's not coming out at all that end, whereas on the back passenger side, it's coming out fine. Obviously what we'll do is we will quote to flush all of them just to make sure they're all working all spick and span, and then we will get a sort of modified head so that it gets the water out, because they use a straight pipe, but if you use a 90-degree sort of angle one, it directs the water more, I don't know how to say this, more proficiently, whereas a straight pipe, it can go either side, whereas the angle one just sends it straight down. Door members are fine, like I said, door members are fine, which is good. What we found also in this one, if I grab a torch, so what was happening, if you can see in the boot here, you've got build up of water there. You can see on these air vents, you can see they're already starting to leak. I don't believe this driver's side is leaking as bad, but obviously what we'll do is we recondition that one, and then we can get a new one for this one, because you can see that there's water actually coming in there already. But yeah, you can see underneath here, it's all wet. And what's happening is when we was, so the rear lights are working fine, up there, the rear lights are working fine. But what was happening was when we was pouring the water along here, you've got that bumper support clip, and you've also got the welded seams below there. So we're guessing that they're both in fact leaking, because when we was pouring it on there, there was a profusely amount of water actually coming in. So it wouldn't just be just from the one. And there was also 2 streaks of water. You can see along that line there, there's 2 run marks, so you got one there and then one there. So you can see where the entrance is coming in. Same for this side as well. You can see the run marks there, just from where the water's coming in. But on these cars, it's a very common thing. So yeah, these bumper supports, what we do is we get new ones, and then we'll put them in, make sure they're all nice and sealed. And with the welded seams also, when we take the bumper off, so obviously in order to actually get the air vents out, what we've got to do is we've got to take the lights off, then we've got to take the bumper off to actually get to the air vents, because they're just base like there. And when we put the lights back on, we'll reseal them, make sure they're nice and watertight. And when we put the air vents back on, we'll seal them up and scotch them, make sure they're all nice and good. If I show you this, if you have to bear with me 1 minute, if I put some water along here on this top weld here, so that little line, so if I put this airline down here, you can just see the little bubbling effect. You can see so that means that there's water getting in there, and what that's doing is it's running all the way down and coming out around here. But that's very common on these cars. It's not unnormal, uncommon. Same for this side as well. You can actually see the cracks here. You can see there and there. See where the cracks are. So yeah, what we do is we'll chisel out all these seams here, chisel it out right to this tailgate. This tailgate's actually not sealed neither. So what happens is water actually gets underneath this lip and then makes its way into the boot itself. But yeah, you can see there, it's not actually sealed on, it's just coming off. Easy peasy. In regards to drying, what we do is once we get the carpets up, because in order to actually get the dry on, we've got to take out all the seats, take out all the trim, and then once we suspend the underlay in the air, because that way you can suck the water out, and also it's not touching any of the bodywork, so there's no stagnant water floating about, or touching, because obviously you're not going to get rid of it if it's actually touching the body of the car. Once we get that all suspended, we put it on dry. This one's going to need about 2 nights, just because that footwell is so wet and this one is damp. And obviously you can also find water elsewhere in the vehicle. But yeah, this one's going to need 2 nights max. Yeah, door membranes are fine. With these welded seams, we're going to chisel these out and then make new ones, make sure they're all nice and watertight. But yeah, apart from that, I think that's all on this one.
Just one other bit, just taking you to inside the vehicle. It's had its first night's dry. It still feels a little bit damp in places, so hopefully by the time it's had that second block of drying on it, it will be all fully dry. You can see sort of the water stains where it had all been sitting previously. So yeah, just wanted to show you that we're obviously getting on with it. Both sides have been lifted, and yeah, lads are cracking.
So, just a quick update on the Lexus RX400. Got all the seats out. You can see we've taken off the trim at the side, just where the seat belt goes up to there, just so we can get that carpet peeled back. As you can see, there's a fair bit of water under there, but it's not too bad. I mean, the carpets are pretty damp. If we show you the other side, which is where the worst of it was, you'll see there's a little pool of water in the front footwell. You can see there. So it's just a build up where it's the lowest point in the car. But you can see it's damp, but yeah, fingers crossed you're driving at night. But yeah, like I said, this carpet is extremely damp. So yeah, just quick update video. All we got to do now is take that rear bumper off, and then we get these roof rails off, and then yeah, that's all. And then with the tailgate rubber. So yeah, just giving you a quick update video. That's all.
Just a quick update on your vehicle. So it is all on dry. So we've got our dry machine in there. You can just see the hoses coming out. We've started to strip the rear bumper. That's to gain access to your rear air vents and everything like that. So start to take bits and pieces off now. My colleague's just going through and taking off these caps to get your roof bars off. However, they do look like they're quite brittle. So we've obviously got most of them off, but one of them does look like it has got a bit of damage to it. So we've got replacement plugs that go in. However, obviously where it sits on looks like it has previously been taken off and been snapped. As I say, we take all of us off normally without having any issues. There you go, another one, no issue taking it off, and we just take these clips off. But we've got two options with it. We can either buy a replacement one, so then it's all in one piece. We can get a replacement cap for you completely. Or the other alternative is we can just bond it back on. So that would be a little bit more difficult to remove if needs be going forward for yourself. You'll still be able to take them on and off, but just it would be bonded on just in one corner. So yeah, give us a call, let us know what you wanted to do. If it's just bonding it on, we obviously won't charge any extra for that. That's only a 5-minute job for us. But if you wanted a replacement one, give us a call and we'll get a price for you.
Amazing.